everybody, this is Dr. Utkarsh Dubey from Medical College Hospital, Kolkata, and I've cleared my NEET PG 2025 this year with an All India rank of 1227. So in this video, I'll briefly talk about some questions on optics which are very typical of astigmatism. So many of us have seen questions like these. I have some sample of them here, like -2 diopter sphere and -2 diopter cylinder at 180 degree, and we have to comment about, is it with the rule astigmatism, is it against the rule astigmatism, is it simple, compound, mixed, is it myopic, is it hypermetropic, or is it regular, it is irregular. All these concepts are discussed in this video, so I'll give you a brief summary. So before knowing things like with the rule and against the rule, first basic things needs to be clear, like what is regular and what is irregular astigmatism. So regular means when two meridians are at 90 degree to each other and one meridian is horizontal and one meridian is vertical. So like this, these are two 90 degrees and one is horizontal and one is vertical, and they are aligned like in vertical and horizontal fashion, so this is regular astigmatism. And what is irregular astigmatism? When the two meridians are parallel, and so the two meridians are having 90 degree, but these are not like oriented vertically and horizontally. What I mean to say is, like if you see this one, this is the vertical meridian, this is the horizontal meridian, this is M1, this is M2. So this is having 90 degree angle and it is oriented vertically and horizontally. So this is a regular meridian, versus an irregular one will be having like this orientation. This is the vertical, this is horizontal, this is M1, M2, but these are not typically vertical and not typically horizontal. So these are irregular arrows. So these are irregular astigmatism diagrams. So we'll be more clear with questions actually. So this is just for a brief understanding. Now let us see what is with the rule and what is against the rule. Now if we say that this vertical meridian is M1 and this horizontal meridian is M2, and give some power to this M1 and some power to M2. Now if the power in M1 is more than the power in M2, then it will be with the rule astigmatism. What I mean to say is, the vertical meridian has more power than the horizontal meridian. Now what do I mean by more power? More power, by a general rule of thumb, you have to remember that a negative power is more than a zero power and a zero power is more than a positive power. So from an example, -5 power versus 0 power. So -5 power will be more than 0. 0 versus +5 power. 0 will be having more power than +5. So if I have to arrange power, negative will be more than 0, will be more than positive. So if I compare between +2 and +5 power, +2 will be having more power than +5 because +2 is more negative. So more negative has more power when we are arranging power in vertical or horizontal meridian. So I said here that if power in vertical meridian is more than power in horizontal meridian, it is with the rule astigmatism, as I've mentioned over here. And if power in horizontal meridian is more than power in vertical meridian, then it is against the rule astigmatism. Like if I draw -3 and -2, so I can say that -3 is having more power than -2 in the vertical meridian, -3 is having more power than -2 in horizontal. So this is with the rule. But if I say that there is +2 over here and +3 over here, -3 over here, +2 over here and -3 over here. So -3 is definitely having more power than +2. So power in horizontal is more than power in vertical. So this is against the rule astigmatism ka picture. Alright, so these two things are clear, when it will be called with the rule and when it will be called against the rule. And power is clear that negative is having more power than 0 than positive. Just like the number line which we have read in mathematics, -infinity and this is +infinity. So -infinity will be more than 0, more than +infinity. The same concept lies here. So I have given an example like -5 is having more power than -3 and 0 is having more power than +2. Now, what is simple astigmatism and what is compound astigmatism and what is mixed astigmatism? So simple means one of the meridian will have power of 0 and the other meridian will have any power, plus or minus. So when one meridian is having 0 power and other is having either plus or minus, so if it is a plus power in other meridian, let's say 0 and plus 2, then it is simple hypermetropic astigmatism. And when one meridian has 0 power and other has minus 2, so this will be simple myopic astigmatism. Simple means one power is 0, that is immetropic. This is the word we used for 0 power. Now what do I mean by compound astigmatism? Compound astigmatism means the two meridians will have different power, like 3 is different from 2, not same, different from 2, but having the same sign. It is plus 3 and it is plus 2. I'm not writing plus 3 and minus 2, then it will be mixed. Alright, so it's very clear that when two different powers are present in the two meridians, it is mixed type of astigmatism. Alright, now one more rule when these sort of statements are given. So you can see that always there will be a mention of @180 degree. So what does it mean? And what do we have to apply while solving such questions? So wherever such questions mentioned at 180 degrees, so you might be understanding that the second power is being applied at 180 degree, means like here 180 degree, like we have read 180 degree, but this is not as such. Power always acts perpendicular to the plane. So for example, if a question has been given to you, like question is given that power is acting at 90 degree, so on the paper you have to make it at 180 degree. And if it in question it's given 180 degree, you have to make it act on 90 degrees. Just we are giving one perpendicular, we are shifting just 90 degree so that the power changes. How? Let's see what actually I mean to say. Now I'll solve a question and tell you. So first of all, you have to draw two perpendicular lines, and the question given is -2 diopter sphere and -2 diopter cylinder at 180 degree. So -2 diopter cylinder sphere will be given in both of these -2, because it's a sphere power, it will be given in both the meridians. Now it is saying that -2 diopter cylinder at 180 degree. So let me draw it, -2 diopter cylinder at 180 degree. But as I've already said, if the power is acting at 180 degree, we have to make it act at 90 degree. So I'll make it act on 90 degree and I'll give -2 here. So total vertical power comes out to be -4 and horizontal power is -2 as such. So what will be the final answer? Final answer will be -4 above and -2 here. So what type of astigmatism is this? This is regular or irregular? This is irregular. Okay, this is compound or this is simple or this is mixed? This is compound. All right, this is myopic or this is hypermetropic? This is myopic. Okay, now next comes the question of with the rule or against the rule. Now we are seeing that -4 is having more power than -2. All right, and -4 is vertical and -2 is horizontal. So vertical is having more power than horizontal. So this is with the rule astigmatism. So we have solved this question. Like this is a regular, compound, myopic with the rule astigmatism. This is how we comment about the astigmatism. Now next question. It is saying that -2 diopter cylinder at 90 degree. So it's mentioned cylinder, there is no mention of sphere, no sphere is given. So in these questions, when no sphere are mentioned, you have to assume the sphere ka power is 0 on both the meridians. All right, next up, -2 diopter cylinder at 90 degree. At 90 degree, that means the power will act at 180 degree. So 180 degree मतलब ये वाला कि ये वाला? 180 degree मतलब ये वाला, not this 90 degree वाला. So you have to add -2 diopter. So final picture will be like this. Final picture में you will get ऊपर 0 and नीचे -2. Now what sort of astigmatism is this? With the rule or against the rule? Just apply your brain. वर्टिकल में पावर ज़्यादा है या हॉरिजॉन्टल में पावर ज़्यादा है? तो माइनस वाले का पावर ज़्यादा होता है, So horizontal is having more power than vertical. So this is against the rule, astigmatism. But one more important thing is here you are seeing that one of the meridian is having zero power. So this is emmetropic power. So this means this is a type of simple, compound or mixed. This is a type of simple astigmatism. Is it a regular, irregular? It is a regular astigmatism. Is it with the rule or against the rule? It is against the rule astigmatism. And is it myopic or hypermetropic? This is myopic astigmatism because the power is negative in one of the meridian. So our final answer will be simple, regular, simple, myopic, against the rule astigmatism. So we have done 2 questions regarding it. Now these 4 questions are there for homework. Let us see who gets it right in the comment section, 2 of which I have solved already. I have solved -2 diopter sphere and -2 diopter cylinder. This one I have solved, and the last one I have solved. -2 diopter cylinder at 90 degree I have solved. Alright, these 2 questions are homework for you. Comment me the answers which you have derived from this video. And again, thank you so much for watching. Do leave your esteemed feedbacks for this video, and I'll get back to you with another video with another question which is very important for NEET PG and INICET. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Do join my Telegram channel Transition to PG for more content and for the PDF of this video. Thank you. I'll link my Telegram in the description.